Hello my friends and welcome. The night is not that great because there was the aviation accident just happened a few hours ago, I think 2 hours ago by the time I'm recording this video. So Air Canada collided with a truck on the runway in New York LaGuardia Airport. This is CRJ-900. You may see a registration Charlie Golf November Juliet Zulu. It is written over here. You might see some of the passengers who evacuated from the airplane, and the cockpit is completely destroyed. 2 persons report to be unalive because of this accident, and I guess those were pilots, judging on the damages that airplane sustained. As for the signs, you may see we are at the holding point runway 0422 taxiway Echo. So the airplane is at the taxiway Echo. The airplane was landing on runway 04, so we have the tracking on flight radar 24. Let me show you it. So it was the flight Alpha Charlie 8646 from Montreal to New York, LaGuardia. Everything went fine until very landing and landing roll. So it was the approach for runway 04. An airplane exited the runway, and this is the final stop at taxiway Echo. Let's play it full. And here we have the last record speed 21 knots and kind of the rapid change of the heading. And here this map was published by the flight radar 24. So airplane exited the runway via taxiway Echo, but before it collided with the fire truck. Allegedly, for now, this was the fire truck. And the fire truck could be not with the fuel tank itself, but it could be just a pumping station which connects to the big fuel tanks under the apron and just pumps the fuel to the airplane. Usually it's like that in big airports. I think it was also the case here, and we haven't seen a huge explosion which could occur because of this collision, but I'm not sure what fire truck was there. So far I haven't seen the truck on those images because airplane continue its movement after the collision. So the fire truck is nowhere here, just some of the rescue teams on the place. And what we have is the air traffic control communication. There was some data published, SkyTalk, between local air traffic controller in LaGuardia, fire truck, and some of the airplanes. But before diving into communication, I want to show you the airport taxi chart. So aircraft was approaching runway 04 and the truck was waiting at the taxiway Delta. So ATC, I already listened to the communication, ATC gave the permission to the fire truck to move and cross the runway 04. Later on, air traffic controller probably understood his mistake and called the fire truck to stop. But it was not understood by the fire truck at the proper time. Truck proceeded and they collided with the airplane. And the airplane proceeded, continued its movement on inertia and exited runway via Echo. At least I have this picture listening to the air traffic control communication. The communication is available on this channel. You may check it out. So here we have the map. Well, the map is not that precise here, but it's better to listen to the audio.
Truck 1 and company with Guardia Tower requesting to cross 4 at Delta.
So truck 1, which took part in this collision, requested air traffic controller to cross runway 04 at Delta. So taxiway Delta, crossing runway. Everything is okay so far.
Truck 1 company, cross 4 Delta.
Here air traffic controller was thinking, truck 1, okay, cross approved, yeah? You may cross the runway.
Truck 1 and company crossing 4 at Delta.
And there's the standard confirmation by truck 1.
Frontier 4195 to stop there, please.
And then air traffic controller tells to Frontier aircraft to stop. It was taxiing somewhere else. Looks like taxiway 3 in front of Alpha, so Frontier stop. And later air traffic controllers start to shout stop, stop, stop.
Stop, 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 stop.
Is it for Frontier or for truck 1? I want you to listen it once again. So he called to Frontier stop. Yeah, so we're gonna repeat it. Here you may see everything.
Frontier 4195, just stop there, please. Stop, truck one, stop.
Stop, truck one, stop. So he gives the same command to Frontier and the same command for truck. Plus he tells the call sign of truck one rapidly, like truck one, stop. So it was some urgency here. Maybe the air traffic controller understood that he gave the command for truck to cross the runway by mistake. And he now calls to stop the fire truck because the airplane, Air Canada, is already landing. It's rolling on the runway maybe already by the time, so please stop fire truck. But the way how air traffic controller told it, it's pretty much confusing.
Truck one, stop.
Stop, truck one.
Stop. Stop, truck one.
And now we understand, okay, it's for truck one. Stop, truck one. And he sees, monitors the situation from the control tower, that truck one is crossing the runway because he obtained his clearance.
Stop, truck one, stop.
And it's too late already.
Delta 2603, go around, runway heading 2000. Chest 646.
And they start to clear the runway. Runway is closed to go around Delta on approach, and it's mess up and with the life losses, unfortunately. Luckily, passengers are alive. I think one is in critical condition. I don't know about fire truck, by the way. Hopefully the guy is alive and he'll tell us what happened from his perspective. But here it's the big mess up, as for me, that air traffic controller tells to Frontier, stop, then he continued with the stop, and it was not understandable. Again, I want you to listen to this part.
4195, just stop there, please. Stop, truck one, stop. Stop, truck one, stop.
So I think truck understood this command as for Frontier. Because for Frontier he said stop, and later stop, truck one, stop, and truck one, truck. So yeah, that's the mess up. I think first of all from the air traffic controller, they misjudged the situation given the clearance for the truck to cross the runway. And the second mess up is from the truck driver himself. Before entering runway, then you cross the runway, you should visually see and confirm by your own eyes, despite the clearance from the air traffic controller, that it is clear that there are no any freaking airplanes and there are landing lights on the CRJ, and the fact that you obtained the clearance doesn't cancel your situational awareness. So of course I'm not this investigator from NTSB, I'm just a guy who used to fly Boeing 737 some years ago. I have this aviation experience on just a YouTube channel, but for me it's the mess up from air traffic controller plus the truck driver, who absolutely should be aware of what is happening on the runway by the time you're crossing. Especially visibility was alright. There were some of the precipitation, some moisture, but it was okay visibility. It was a little hazy there, but still lights are visible for the far distance, for very far distance. And then you cross, you should stay for a while. In my previous airline, it was like around 5 seconds. You stay before crossing, so then you cross the runway on the airplane, the same rules apply to you. You should be 100% sure that there is no one on the runway for the distance of visibility. And if the visibility is low, there is the special low visibility procedure, and there is the ground radar, and air traffic controller guides you more precisely. There are more distances between the airplanes, more gaps, and everything is working a little bit differently. But here it wasn't the case. It was more or less alright visibility. And about pilots, I think they couldn't do a thing there, because if you land, you roll on the runway, and then some truck is going just in front of you, you're not on a fighter jet. You cannot just smash the thrust levers to the wall and take off almost immediately. No, you need some space, you need some distance. You have inertia. After all, CRJ, it looks like a small airplane, but it's not. And of course, the only thing which they could potentially do, and I'm sure they were doing, is braking. They were braking really hard, I'm sure about it. But again, because the runway is wet, the friction is less, and the landing distance is greater, so they collided with the fire truck. So I do not blame pilots at all. and no one should blame them. I think they did what they did, and if you have the truck coming, then you're already on the ground. It's nothing you can do. Maybe just exit the runway to the side, and the CRJ is the low-wing airplane, so you exit the runway. Of course, nose gear crushed, main landing gear as well. You touch the ground with the wing, fire, barrel roll on the ground, so there could be way more casualties than just break on the pavement on the runway. So I think pilots did, for now, I think like that they did everything possible, and it is the ATC mess up. It's my opinion. I could be not correct. I am a speculator guy here, yes, but of course there will be preliminary report released in 1 month, the final report in 1 year. But if you want to know my opinion, because it's my channel, it's called Pilot Blog, well, here it is. ATC fire truck driver. So yeah, we'll see if I am correct. I'm not saying that I am right, I could be wrong. That's all I want to say, guys. I wish you safe flights. Ciao.